is Bobi, aka Paginator, and I am here today with a Once Upon a YA book club unboxing. As you know, if you've seen my recent unboxings of this box, I've been doing something a little bit different. Because this box comes with items that you're supposed to open as you read the book, I don't like to open them before I read the book. So what I'll do is open the box, I'll show you the book, we'll look at how the items are packed and what page numbers they are supposed to be on, and then when I'm done reading the book, I'll come back and film the second half of this video, which will be a book review / show off the items in the box. I am very excited to dig into this. This box has been slaying it lately when it comes to book choices and fun items. In the last box, we got a backpack, which was really pretty and very handy for my summer exploits. So let's take a look and see what's inside. Okay, the tape is cut. Are we ready to open? I can't see much. Okay, so it looks like we've got an interestingly patterned box to open on page 226. Sorry, I'm trying to balance things while I'm opening this. Pouch for page 37. Based on these prints, I'm kind of wondering if the book is something maybe a little bit Middle Eastern or Arabian or something in nature. Page 159. Another box for page 23. What is this? Okay, so we've got a card. They usually do a card that with a quote from the book. And I'll hold that up so you can see how pretty it is, and then turn it around so I can read. I can't read backwards. Never use a gift to deceive. Never use a gift to steal. Never use a gift to harm another. Alright, and our book for this month is The Stolen Kingdom by Bethany Atazadeh. I am so sorry, Bethany, if I said your name wrong. Alright, let's find out what this book is supposed to be about. It says on the back here, how can she protect her kingdom if she can't protect herself? Ari eagerly anticipates becoming queen of her humble kingdom. Even when a genie's gift manifests before her 18th birthday, she fights to hide the forbidden ability. Let's see. But when a neighboring king attempts to manipulate her into marriage and steal her kingdom, discovery feels imminent. Just one slip could cost her throne and her life. A genie hunter and his crew of thieves are her only hope for removing this gift, and she must remove it before it is exposed or die trying. The Stolen Kingdom is a loose Aladdin retelling set in a world that humans share with mermaids, dragons, and the elusive genie. This isn't the fairy tale you remember. I already have a kid's face flashing in my head that's going to freak out over this book, but I get to read it first. Okay, so I'm super excited. Also, we have a author signature card. Usually they do these on a sticker so you can stick it in there, but there we go. Okay, so I am quite intrigued. Now I think it's interesting that they gave us a paperback instead of a hardback. That they do that from time to time, just depending on what book they want to feature, and I'm totally okay with that because a good book is a good book. I am reading Priory of the Orange Tree right now, which is hugely long, so I don't know if I'm gonna take a break and read this and come back to it, or power through the rest of the 550 pages that I've got left to go. It's a long book, but it's really good so far. Anyway, back to this book. This does sound really interesting. I like the idea of taking Aladdin and adding in other creatures like mermaids and dragons. I love dragons. I do. So this will be really fun. So I'll see you for the rest of this video, hopefully soon. Hey there! It's been a few days. It took me a little while to get through Priory of the Orange Tree, but then I dived right into The Stolen Kingdom and read it in about a day, a little bit less than a day. It was so much fun. So I'll kind of talk you through the story and show you the gifts that came with the book as I read. So we start in Ari's kingdom. Ari is our main character. She is the princess, and she is hiding a secret that she has a gift. She's gifted by a genie-like power. She's not a genie, she just has a power. And her power is that she can hear people's thoughts when they're thinking about her. For example, the first time we see this, it's a lady in waiting or maid in the castle who's thinking something. And so we can see that she can hear thoughts if they're directed at her. And she can also kind of sense when other people are thinking deeply about something, even if she can't quite hear their thoughts. So she's hiding this secret. She, near the beginning of the book on page 23, references 3 bracelets that she's wearing, and they're silver. So that is our first gift. Let me set this book down for a minute. So there's this cute box. This is page 23, and there's a little tag that says Ari's silver bracelets. And there are 3 of them, and they all have words on them, and it's so tiny, there's no way that I'll be able to show you the words with the camera equipment that I have. But I can tell you that there are 3 phrases, and they're slightly different on each bracelet, and it matches the card that I showed you earlier that's the quote from the book. Oops, I held it upside down. Never use a gift to deceive, never use a gift to steal, never use a gift to harm another. And we learn in the book that these 3 rules are the code of the genies. And it doesn't say that her bracelets are engraved. It might have been just something that Once Upon a YA Book Club did to add a special touch. But it does say she has 3 silver bracelets. And so the ones we got were engraved with the genie code on it. So that was a really fun gift. Alright, so moving through the story, Ari finds out that a king from a neighboring kingdom who is also gifted has the power of persuasion, and she can sense when people are gifted or are genies. And this man is evil, and he has convinced Ari's father that he and Ari should be wed, and that Ari loves him and has accepted this proposal and everything, when in fact she hasn't. And so she's obviously very upset by this, which brings us to another gift that happened very near the beginning of the book. This was from page 37. She is crying into her pillow, and so the gift that we have is a pillowcase. This is for a square pillow, and it's got this lovely design on it, which I quite like, and it's very soft, cuddly feeling. So when I get a pillow form inside this is going to be a good one to just squeeze. So another gift that is very nice. Now Ari decides that she's not a helpless female, that she can save herself, and so she runs away. And she is determined to find a way for either to track down a genie and have him take away her gift, or find someone to help her in this situation so that she can get out of this marriage and hopefully save her father, because she doesn't know if this king is going to do anything to hurt her father, and so on. So as we're reading through the story, we come to another gift on page 159, and this is a bag. When Ari first runs away, she sticks her crown and some jewelry in a bag in case she needs to sell them for money or those kind of things, as well as some food and provisions. And so it gets stolen from her almost immediately, but eventually she does recover the bag, and so that is one of the gifts. It also has quite a nice pattern, which matches or goes with the theme of the other gifts with the pillowcase and the boxes and things. So it's a good sturdy canvas drawstring bag. This will be very handy to use for whatever you need a bag for. I've said it many times, and I'll say it again, you can never have too many tote bags. So there we go. And the last gift that came, it was found on page 226, and it is Ari's crown, which I am wearing right here. This actually is a headband that's very much like how the crown is described in the book. It's described as silver with diamonds around the band. And so you can see that on this headband we have silver with the diamond gemstone, whatever you want to call them, fake diamonds on the band. So there we go. I would like to tell a little bit more about this story, but I don't want to spoil anything. Sometimes when I've done these book reviews, I've done a spoilery section. I don't think I'm going to do that this time. I'm just going to tell you a little bit more about the story and then let you decide if you want to read it. This is the first in a series called the Stolen Kingdom series, and the next book is called The Genie Key. I looked on Amazon and it is not out yet, but you can pre-order in paperback. I'm not sure if it's going to be released in hardback or not. I didn't check. Maybe it is a hardback that's already out. Sorry, I'm not a wealth of information here. But anyway, just to give you some more ideas with the Stolen Kingdom. When Ari runs away, she ends up teaming up with this kind of band of guys who are thieves, and they're also looking for a genie. The leader is Caden, and he has a very tragic story. His younger brother was killed in a kind of an accident, but kind of not. The prince of his kingdom was just running amok wildly on a horse through town and didn't really care what he destroyed or whatever, and the horse crushed Caden's little brother. And the prince just completely dismissed it. He just said to someone, clean that up, alluding to Caden's little brother's body, and pretty much a horrible man. So Caden wants to find a genie who can witness this prince, who is also gifted, misusing his gift so that he can be punished. And so he kind of grabs onto Ari, and they're supposed to work together to find a genie, and hopefully this genie can help with both of their purposes. There is a little bit of spark between Caden and Ari, and almost immediately we can tell that he really, really likes her. And in fact, Ari knows it too, because Caden has this thought, you're going to break my heart, aren't you? And being Ari and being gifted in the way that she is, she can sense that thought, and she's not sure how she feels about him till later in the story, and kind of things change. But it's not your typical, oh, two characters get thrown together and fall in love and everything's hunky-dunky. Like, just, it's different. I ended up giving this book 4 stars. I think I would have given it 5, but I felt like maybe the author could have polished up some of the situations. We had a mermaid character that came in quite late to the story, and she kind of just seemed to be superfluous to the story. I don't know why we needed this new character, unless she's going to become important in later books in the series. But she was just kind of there, and it was a weird situation, and I hope she's going to show up in the next book. Otherwise, I don't know why she was there. So there were just a couple of things that I felt like weren't quite resolved, and I get that it's going to be a series, and so not everything is going to be resolved in the first book, but I also feel like maybe it could have been a little bit more tightly done up as a package, the story itself. So that's why I did give it 4 stars instead of 5, but it's just a really fun read if you're in the mood for something fluffy and light, but not your typical princess from the castle kind of story. So there we go. I guess that's it for now. I am going to probably go read something else because it's a long weekend and I might as well. So you all have a wonderful and bookish day. Happy reading. Adios.